This is the Morning Swim Show for Monday, February 15th, 2010. I'm your host, Peter Bush. In the Phoenice Monitor, in just a moment, we'll talk to Vanderbilt University's head swimming coach, Jeremy Organ. Then later in the show, our first of five segments this week in honor of Black History Month in America. First, let's get to Coach Jeremy Organ. His Vanderbilt Commodores head into SEC championship competition later this week, and he joins us right now in the Phoenice Monitor. Coach, how you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Good. You have an interesting history there at Vanderbilt. Why don't you just take us back to how you came into the picture 4 years ago?
Well, 4 years ago, Vanderbilt decided to reinstate the swim team after about 12 or 13 years from when the program got cut. And so they hired me in the second week of September to start a team up for that season. So we just did a mass email to anybody that could swim to come on out to the first meeting. And I think we ended up having our first practice right around the 1st of October. And took that team to SECs that was 4 years ago. And here we are 4 years later.
And at that point, you really have no scholarship swimmers. You really have no swimmers at all. You're starting a program from scratch, literally.
Yeah, literally from scratch. Just kids that were here on campus that got admitted to Vanderbilt and were here and then had a previous history of swimming.
And did you find any diamonds in the rough with your star search?
They were all great kids. A lot of them had previous injuries that led them to quit swimming and not go in, and so really was not anything that we could say was a diamond in the rough, but it really was a great group of girls, and really kind of set the team for the next couple of years.
And now 4 years later, you're still, as I've heard you put it, kind of on the lower end of the totem pole. You've only got a couple of scholarships to work with, significant disadvantage to other schools who are fully loaded, so to speak. What are the realistic expectations that you go with, that you take into SEC Championship Week?
The biggest thing is looking at it from an individual perspective, that everybody is getting better and we're improving, from last year's results. So be it if they were then in high school or on the team last year, and that we just keep getting better and as a team. And so hopefully our relays are better this week. Individual performances, we're really looking to make sure that we are just, being the best we can be.
Okay, so you've got some powerhouse schools in that conference, obviously. The Auburn men have won, like a dozen in a row, SEC championship titles. Auburn women obviously have won some and won national titles in the past decade. You got Georgia, you got Florida. What's it like being the little guy in that fight?
Oh, it's great. I mean, we love being there. The girls get a lot of competitive juices from everybody else, and it really does make it a great environment to go into. A lot of them have never seen something like that. The SEC meet that you'll see this week is really, I think, one-of-a-kind meet with all those powerhouses in there really going at it, and it really is great to be there, and I think that it'll eventually be something great for us, too, in the next couple of years as we bring more and more talented athletes in.
What do you think of the lack of parity, though? You've got basically those three big schools at the top, Auburn perched above all of them. I mean, is that good for the conference that they keep dominating? I think it just sets the bar for everybody else that we got to get to. And, I don't think it's anything bad. I think it's good. And, I mean, it's kind of like that, where you want to get to, and the kids get to see that, and they get to see what a big team like that looks like and gives us something to shoot for. Which is a better swimming conference, Pac-10 or SECs?
Well, I'd have to say SECs by far, right?
Do you believe that?
Yeah. I do believe it. I think that top to bottom that we are a better conference for swimming, and us being at the bottom, I think we're gonna, as the years come up here, we're gonna get better and better. The teams that I think we're maybe at the bottom a couple years ago, are getting better at the national level. And so somebody like Arkansas, who's really started to move up, and, our conference is going to continue to get better.
Well, Coach, thank you so much for joining us, and good luck this week.
Hey, thanks a lot, and thanks for having us on.
Yeah, say good luck to the kids for us.
All right.
All right. That's Coach Jeremy Organ from Vanderbilt University, and we will be right back with our first segment honoring Black History Month.
Hi, I'm Josh Davis, and welcome to Mutual of Omaha's
Welcome back. Right now we're honoring Black History Month here at Swimming World. Small change of plans. We were going to have Bruce Wygo, the CEO of the International Swimming Hall of Fame, on to talk about this, but there's been a little problem. We can't get the connection right with Bruce's Skype, so we are going to make sure that at some point in the week we do a comprehensive segment with Bruce Wygo talking about some significant moments involving black swimmers and divers in the history of aquatic sports. It's not going to be today, though, so look for that later in the week. So we will be sure to have at least one comprehensive segment honoring Black History Month. And that is it for the show today, then. I'm Peter Bush, reminding you to keep your head down at the finish.